You probably grew up hearing that in order to become a Pokemon master, you had to catch them all. But have you ever actually caught them all? Pokemon's whole motto can be narrowed down to 2 statements: becoming the champion and catching them all. But the Pokemon Company themselves actually limit your ability to truly catch them all yourself. They lock Pokemon behind version exclusives, limiting you to 1 starter and 1 legendary Pokemon per game, and they even have limited time event only Pokemon. Like this shiny Mew that was locked to an event over 10 years ago until they brought it back in Pokemon Go. And it's for these reasons that trading has become such an integral part of the Pokemon franchise. But not everyone has equal opportunity when playing these games. Some people might not have friends to go and trade these Pokemon with. And that is exactly why I bred, hatched, named, and surprise traded 500 event-exclusive Pokemon in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, with a little bit of shameless self-promotion. These Pokemon include Oshawott, Rowlet, Cyndaquil, Hisuian, Zora, and Froakie. Hey, award show Kanin here. I forgot to mention that we're going to be trading 5 shiny Pokemon away at the end of the video, so stick around for that and see what we get. Not only are we helping the community, but we're also going to find some interesting facts, like how much of the Pokédex can you complete by just surprise trading, as well as how many shiny Pokemon can we get from surprise trades. Now, what entails an event-only Pokemon is a Pokemon that is limited to time, or a special occasion that requires you to purchase something. Let me explain. So Pokemon Scarlet and Violet have had 7 7-star raid events. It gets confused. There's been 7... You get what I'm saying. And these raid events feature unique Pokemon that you can only get through these raids. They're not in the general Pokédex. But these raids are only available for a limited time, usually from Friday to Sunday. And they tend to be starter Pokemon, except for that one Pikachu that they slipped in. But there's one other special Pokemon that you can't even get from those raids, and it can only be obtained by purchasing the DLC that is coming out later for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and that is Hisuian Zora. And if I'm being honest, this feels like a good place to start sharing some statistics. Turns out that breeding Pokemon takes about 1 hour to receive 100 eggs. Hatching those eggs takes about an hour to an hour and a half. Renaming those Pokemon take about 45 minutes, and then surprise trading them away into the wonderful world that we know and love takes about an hour and 45 minutes each. So if you do the math on that, it turns out that I spent about 26 hours prepping for this video. So I really hope you guys enjoy it. And if you do, be sure to leave a like down below and let me know your favorite statistic in the comments as well. Hello, everybody. Hello. Yes. Welcome to the Surprise Trade Awards presented by Kanin Games here on YouTube. Hope you guys are excited for a fantastic show this evening. We're going to be getting a ton of fun awards in various different categories, ranging from the most common Pokeball, the best nickname, and even the most common hacked shiny Pokemon. Now, with 500 surprise trades, we are bound to see, well, 500 Pokeballs. But which Pokeball is the most common Pokeball traded? The award for the most common ball is going to go to none other than the Pokeball. Coming in at just under half of the total trades, Pokeballs took up 47.8% of the total balls received. In second place was the Ultra Ball at 9.5%, and followed in third was the Great Ball at also 9%. So that's cool and all, but what was the most rare Pokeball that we received? Well, believe it or not, that was actually a tie between 2. We got one Fastball that housed a Charcadet, and we actually got one Master Ball that housed, surprise, our first hacked shiny Pokemon, Great Tusk. But now that we got those balls out of the way, with 500 Pokemon traded, we are going to see a wide variety of Pokemon being received. But how much of the Pokédex can you complete in 500 surprise trades, and what was the most common Pokemon traded? Well, it turns out that we completed exactly 48% of the Paldean Pokédex, or 195 of the 400 total Pokemon, which is actually 4 more Pokemon than the last 500 Wonder Trades we did in this video here a couple months ago. And with that, the most common Pokemon traded award is going to go to none other than Blissey. We received a total of 25 Blissies in all. Most of them were actually in Pokeballs. Now, for clarity, during these trades, Pokemon was actually hosting a Blissey raid event. So naturally, it was going to be a little bit more saturated. However, you guys do realize you don't have to catch the raid Pokemon, right? Like, you can just get the resources and leave. You don't have to catch them and then trade them away. Anyway, not only did we receive a ton of Blissey, we also got 4 perfect IV Dittos from an event a couple weeks ago where Pokemon was actually hosting Ditto raids, and you had a chance at receiving a 5 IV perfect Ditto, which is actually massive for shiny hunting. If you're using the Masuda method and using a foreign Ditto, you can actually get competitive shiny Pokemon. So this was really cool to get. So we completed 48% of the Pokédex. That's cool and all, but the Pokédex isn't only made of Paldean Pokemon. No, the Pokédex ranges from a multitude of generations, ranging all the way back to Generation 1. The award for the most common generation is going to go to, no surprise, Generation 9 at 140 Gen 9 traded Pokemon. Followed in second to Generation 1 at 85 total received, and in third place was Generation 2 with 69 total Pokemon received. Nice. Oh, and for those wondering, the least common generation traded was actually Generation 7. We only received 25 of those. Now, those numbers also included version exclusives that you can only get in either Violet or Scarlet. But which version of the game provided us with more trades? Well, that would actually be Violet. We received a total of 16 Violet Pokemon compared to the 6 that we got from Scarlet. And what's really cool is of those 22 version exclusive we received, 9 of them were actually Paradox Pokemon. You're an Ultra Ball, Iron Hands. Oh, Promo 3, what are we getting? Ooh, a shiny. A shiny. Promo 3, we have a Pokeball, Iron Hands. Oh, that's a shiny Paradox! That is a shiny Paradox Pokemon! In a level ball. Iron Moth, oh my gosh. Ooh. Ultra Ball Roaring Moon. The Heavy Ball Sandy Shocks. Oh, what? A Heal Ball Iron, what one are you? Iron Thorns. Now, I'm super surprised to see that that number is more than double for Violet compared to Scarlet, but why is that? You see, I actually have 2 theories. The first theory is that the games are actually programmed for you to pair up with people from the other version of the game to try to help you fill out your Pokédex as fast as possible. The second theory is that Violet's just a more popular game. Listen, I might be the only person that prefers the prehistoric dinosaur look to Pokemon. You guys can have your robots. I'm going to stay over here and get eaten alive. Now, one of the best ways to get attached to your Pokemon is to provide them with their own unique nicknames. These nicknames create a stronger bond between the trainer and the Pokemon, and quite frankly, I put more value in getting a nickname Pokemon than I do a shiny Pokemon at this point. So with that, we received a total of 18 nicknamed Pokemon. And let me tell you, these nicknames were all over the place. Some made absolute perfect sense, and others were incredibly confusing. Many of them were super cute, but then some of them were a little bit disturbing. But not only that, one of them actually gave me a little bit of a history lesson, which I thought was really cool. Tom Browning. Tom Browning is a baseball player. Thomas Leo Browning was an American left-handed pitcher in the Major League Baseball who played from 1985 to 1995, spending almost his entire career in the Cincinnati Reds. Well, that's fun. Yamaha. That's such a great name for a Cyclizar. Benji. Is that a nickname? Is that a first nickname of Zora? Have we not had a nickname this whole time? Gotta be, right? Yeah. English and the nickname Benji. Oh my gosh. But the award for Kanin's top 3 favorite nickname Pokemon in no particular order is going to go to Blessey the Blissey, Blue Cheese the Sprigatito, and Greg the Meowth. Quite frankly, those still make me giggle. Now, those nicknames were fun and all, but Pokemon is a worldwide franchise ranging across 9 different languages throughout the games. And before I present the award for the most common language, I do want to say that the results for this might be a little bit biased, considering that I was trading throughout the day at various times throughout Eastern Standard Time. With that aside, the award for the most common language traded is going to go to English at 60.9% of the total trades received. Followed second by Japanese at 20%, and the most uncommon language traded is actually a tie between both Korean and Italian at 5 total Pokemon received each. Nicknames and languages are fun and all, but let's get back to the Pokemon. Every Pokemon comes with either 1 or 2 typings of the 18 available throughout the games. But sometimes one feels a little bit more rare than the other. For example, the Dragon type is not very common. But the most common Pokemon typing traded is going to go to none other than the Normal type. Normal type took out about 23% of the overall trades, followed by Water at 12 and Grass at 11. Now, if I'm being honest, I feel like Blissey might have influenced those numbers just a little bit. But like I said, Pokemon have either 1 or 2 typings. So what was the most common second typing? Well, that would be the Flying type. And quite frankly, it makes perfect sense because we have so many freaking normal and flying type birds in the franchise that they just can't come up with something original. Anyway, there are currently 9 different starter Pokemon available in the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet games, all of which have been traded in either this video or the video we did a couple weeks ago. In these 500 trades in particular, though, we received a total of 83 starter Pokemon, with the most common being Froakie, which comes to no surprise as Greninja is arguably the most favorite Pokemon in the entire Pokemon franchise, just behind Pikachu himself. Now, starters are rare, but what about pseudo-legendaries? Now, those are actually incredibly common. They're not that rare to begin with, but we actually received a total of only 14 pseudo-legendaries throughout these entire trades. And what's really cool is we actually received a legitimate legendary Pokemon, Chi-Yu. Okay, it wasn't entirely legitimate. It was still a hacked Pokemon, but it was cool to see a legendary come through the trades. Speaking of hacked Pokemon, it is time we get down to the nitty-gritty, the moment you've all been waiting for. How many hacked shiny Pokemon did I receive in these 500 surprise trades? Now, hacked Pokemon have been around forever, but before we get into this, I do want to share the repercussions that come with hacking Pokemon. According to Dexerto, players caught using hacked Pokemon may face the following repercussions: restriction of online play across multiple Pokemon titles, restricted use of trading features in Pokemon Home, or an indefinite suspension of Pokemon Home. So I want to be incredibly clear before I get into the stats for these hacked Pokemon. I do not promote the use or condone the act of hacking Pokemon or using hacked Pokemon. Now, if you happen to receive one, the easiest thing you could do is just release it. Not only does it save yourself from getting banned, it also helps clean up the hacked Pokemon plague that we are seeing throughout these surprise trades. Now, how many of these hacked Pokemon did we receive? 4? 10? 13? No. We received a whopping 17 total hacked shiny Pokemon. Now, it's fair to say that that is a lot of shiny Pokemon. And what's even crazier is that 4 of them were hacked 6IV perfect shiny Charizards. And some of them were even Paradox Pokemon. But I do want to say that not all hacked Pokemon are created equally. I mean, most of them tend to be shiny and they usually have 6IVs, but they have different origins. They can stem from a multitude of different websites and Twitch streams, and I'm not going to promote or share any of the names or actual websites, but I do want to say that one website actually gave me 5 shiny Pokemon. Not the website themselves, but I got traded 5 from that website. Another was 3, and one particular instance, I wasn't sure if the shinies were real or not until I dug a little bit deeper, and, well, they were fake. Master Ball? Hold on. Master Ball shiny Great Tusk? Why are we using a Master Ball on that? Oh, we're trading. And he gave me the Master Ball. Wait, hold on. This is huge. We're playing Master Ball Great Tusk. It's a luxury ball. Shiny Froakie. This guy is just pumping out shinies. Okay, we'll click here for Twitch. Seed check. Okay, yeah. Okay, so it is a hacked person, hacked website. It's not just... Why am I getting Wonder Traded Pokemon? Why are they just Wonder Trading these hacked Pokemon out? I have no idea. However, there is one shiny Pokemon that will forever remain a mystery, and that is the Upside Down Triangle Shiny Iron Valiant that we got from Japan. Oh, and oddly enough, Zora actually didn't give us any hacked shinies, so brownie points to Zora for saving my account from getting banned. Thanks, Zora. But that's enough about these phonies. What happens when you actually trade shiny Pokemon? It's time we finally spread some love throughout the Pokemon community. It is time we surprise trade away 5 shiny Pokemon. The 5 shiny Pokemon we're going to be trading away are 2 shiny Bisharps. Let me pull them up on screen here. And then 3 shiny Pawniards. So without further ado, let's see what we can get. Alright, Pawniard, what do we got? The first shiny, we're trading with nobody. Ironic. Hopefully we get something decent from nobody. We got a Pichu in a Pokeball. What a classic combination, honestly. What an absolute classic combination. Sent over Pichu. Alright, goodbye, Pawniard number 2. We are going to be trading with a Japanese trainer as well here, which is pretty cool. Zacharias, enjoy the shiny Pawniard. We got a Bagon and Ultra Ball. That's not bad. That's not bad, considering that is a Violet exclusive. That is technically a pretty good Pokemon to get. Goodbye, Bisharp, Smugworm. We got a Slowpoke and a Great Ball. What a great trade. Alrighty, and it is time that we do the last and final shiny Pokemon trade of this video. And while we do get into this, I just want to say a congratulations to Pika Sheep on winning the giveaway from this video right here, where I gave away a shiny King Gambit. So if you guys haven't checked out this video, feel free to do so. But congratulations, Pika Sheep, on winning the shiny Pokemon. But don't go anywhere, because this is the last and final surprise trade of the video. 505 surprise trades have been done in this video. And let's see what the last Pokemon we're going to get is. We got a Froakie in a Premier Ball, ending on an event Pokemon. You love to see that. If you guys want to see more shiny hunting shenanigans, hit this video right here, and I'll see you in the next one.